Hello everyone, let me show you how to cut and sew this dress you are seeing on the screen right now. This dress is a kimono upper dress and a pencil down dress. Okay, so stay tuned and watch till the end. Let's get into it right now. So firstly, I marked out um the starting point, the chest line, the bust point, the under bust point, the waistline, the knee line, and the hip lines. Okay, so now the neck width is 3.5 inches and the neck depth is 15 inches. I marked it and connected direct to under the under bust of this um dress. Okay, so where I stop the neck depth is under the is on the under bust of this dress. So the shoulder is 8.5, but this shoulder I'm marking now, I will not be making use of it, but I'm just going to use it to mark out my shoulder. Okay, so now this is the shoulder, and I marked out the shoulder, and the armhole depth is 8 inches. And again, I divided the armhole depth into two, which is 4 inches, to get my armhole curve. Okay, so I go in by half an inch to curve my armhole. So that is it, guys. It is time to curve the armhole right now. So now I've curved the armhole. So the next thing I will do is to mark out the body measurement of this dress. Okay, so but can you see that the neck, I connected it right to the under bust of this dress. So I marked out the chest line, which is the bust measurement also, and I added extra 1.5 inches for the seam allowance. Okay, so I marked out the bust point. So after marking out the bust point, I added another allowance. So now this is the under bust. So after marking out this is the waistline, and this is the hip line. Remember, whatever thing you get from the measurement, you divide it into 4. That is your measurement. Okay, so this is the knee line. So to get this is the knee line. To get your knee measurement, you minus 8 inches from your hips measurement in order for you to get your new measurement. Okay, so now I connected the lines together. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, uh, share my video. Okay, so now I'm covering the downside, the hip side of this dress. Okay, and I connected it to the knee and to the um, down part of this dress. So guys, please, if you have any question, you can drop it on the comment section. I will definitely reply to you. Okay. So after that, I connect it and mark it down. So that is all the markings are done. As you can see, the next thing I will do is to add extra pattern paper. This is to get the sleeve, okay, because it's a cut together sleeve. But this joining, when I will be attaching it on the main fabric, it will be visible. I will just attach it. I'm just attaching it in order for me to get the sleeve length of this dress. Okay, so that is it. Can you see how I'm attaching it now? So I use the gum stay to hold it. So after holding it now, the sleeve, now I have extended the sleeve, as you can see. So the next thing I will do is to go to the sleeve, and mark out the round sleeve and give it a curve in order for me to get the um the the curve of the sleeve. As you can see, I went up by 2 inches from the under bust. Then from the side, I went in by also 2 inches. You can make it 3 inches, you can make it 2.5 inches, depending on how you want it. Okay. So the purpose of this is in order for me to get the accurate curve I want. So remember, the upper side next to the ruler is the upper side of this dress, and this is the under bust. Okay, so I connected it from there to the under bust of this dress. Can you see it now? Meaning that downside of this dress. Remember, I said I went from the downside. I went up by 2 inches, and also from the side I went. So now it is time to cut from the under bust. Okay, so because I'm going to use a slash and spread method to cut to in order for the upper side of this dress to be full, I will go on to cut, slash, and spread, so that I can get the fullness I want. Okay, so this is the um I marked 2 inches for the first time, but I later noticed that 2 inches gap is not gonna be enough for me, so I decided to make it 1 inch. After marking out the 2 inches, and I noticed that it's not enough, then I went back and marked out 1 inch gap again. So as you can see now, I'm connecting the lines together, meaning that I'm slashing it. Okay, then after slashing it, I will use the scissors and trim it out and spread it. So please, if you have any message, you can drop it on the comment section. So now I'm giving it a number, so that by the time I will finish cutting it, I can guess the right one to fix at a particular place. Okay, so this is the number. I numbered it from number 1 to number, I think it's 10 or 12. I can't remember, because this thing is editing. Okay, it's edited. So that is it, guys. So as you can see now, I have opened them all. So the next thing I will do now is to go to the machine, is to get the fabric and place this pattern paper on top of the fabric in order for me to cut it out. Okay. So now I'm done marking it. So I'm pinning it down. So this is the downside of this dress. Remember, we just finished the upper side now. So I'm cutting the downside of it. But I want to use that manipulation because I don't want the darts to be visible on the main fabric. So the darts will only be visible on the pattern paper, but it won't be visible on the main fabric. Okay. So I marked out the start by marking out 4.5 inches. And after marking out the 4.5 inches, I from the center, from that 4.5 inches, I mark half an inch for the both side, okay, and connect the lines together. So as you can see, I'm done marking it out. This is the waist dart. Then I'll mark that from 4.5 inches till the down side of this dress. So after marking it out, I will use the scissors now to cut everything out. So now it is time to trim it out. So but before I trim it out, I'll first um, measure it and add this 1 inch here. I transferred it to the side of this dress, okay? As you can see, I transferred it to the side of the dress. So guys, I'm still transferring it to the side. Meaning that I added extra half an inch. You can make it one, depending on how you sew. Okay, in order for your allowance, your seam allowance uh, to still, in order for you to have enough allowance after sewing this dress. So can you see it? The next thing I will do now is to trim it out. Just watch carefully and see how I will trim it out. I'm cutting it. I'm separating the center front and the side front. So, but remember, this will not be visible on the fabric. Is that manipulation? I will close it up. By the time I will go to the fabric, you will not notice it. Meaning that the lines will not be visible. So can you see how I'm doing it now? I'm connecting it together to use my paper tape to gum it together. So that I've gummed it together, it is time to sew the back side of this dress. There is not much difference between the back and the front. Okay, the only difference is the 1 inch zipper allowance. So this is the neck depth is 3.5 inches. Remember, whatever thing you want to measure, you must minus the 1 inch zipper allowance before you get your right measurement. Okay. So now this is the neckline. I will also connect it right till the under bust. Okay. Can you see it? I connected it to the under bust. So this is, I marked out the shoulder and I marked out the armhole. Exactly the same thing I did on the front side. I marked out and I went out by half an inch for the armhole curve and pick up my ruler and give the armhole a curve. So guys, the next thing I will do now is to mark the body measurements. Remember, the body measurements, you divide your measurements into 4. in order for you to get your body measurement. So guys, please feel free to ask your question. So this is the chest line, which is also the bust, and this is the nipple measurement, which is the bust point measurement, and this is the under bust, and this is the. Remember to add your seam allowance when you are marking out your body measurement. Okay, so this is the waistline. You divide your waistline into four and you get your waistline, and you add extra 1.5 inches or 2 inches depending on how you want it. So this is the hip measurement. You divide it into four also. In order for you to get your right measurement, you add extra 1.5 inches or 2 inches depending on how you sew. So guys, I'm connecting it together in order for me to shape the body of this dress. So guys, I'm done. I'm cutting out the half body of this dress. So now for the upper side, you don't need to slash and spread again. The only thing you need to do is just to the same measurement with the front side, then you get it. So now for the downside, we are going to cut the downside. Remember to minus the zipper allowance whenever you are cutting your back uh, pattern paper. Okay, just remember for your zip allowance is very important. So whatever thing I'm marking here, I'm minusing the zipper allowance. Okay, so for the dart, half an inch for the both side. After getting the bust palm measurement, which is 4.5, is what I'm using here to mark this down side. Okay, so I from that line, I I went out by half an inch to the right side. I also went out by half an inch to the left side, and I drew a line and connect them together. So I added extra seam allowance of half an inch that I will cut out from the center of this dress. Okay. So now, when I'm cutting the back side of this dress, remember from the zipper allowance for the slit. I cut from the slit from the down of this dress to the new length. That is where I stop my slit. Okay. So after stopping there, then I curve the back side of it. Okay. So now I'm cutting out the dots. Remember, this dot is not going to be visible. It will be invisible when it gets to the fabric. You are seeing it now is because it is not on the fabric. I will close it up after cutting it, just the same way I did at the front of it. Okay, the same way I did when I was cutting the front. So guys, I'm placing it the way I did at the front. So I'm placing it on the fabric now. So after placing it on the fabric, I will cut it out. You see, I'm covering the armhole now, which is where I marked 2 in, 2 out. Okay. So the next thing I will do now is to curve the shoulder line, meaning to slant the shoulder line. Okay. So, but this particular one, I will cut both the front and back with the same measurement as we are seeing right now. Okay. So now I'm cutting the shoulder. I'm slanting the shoulder side. Okay. So I'm cutting the downside of this dress. What we are doing now, we are cutting it out on the fabric. The pattern paper, we are transferring it from the pattern paper to the fabric. Now we are done transferring it from the pattern paper to the fabric. It is time to join the shoulder. Firstly, I first cut the facing of the neckline, and after turning it with the after turning the facing, i i I join the shoulders together, the both shoulder, both the left and the right. I join them together. Now you can use elastic on the shoulder. You can use a rope, a rope, a kind of loops on the shoulder. But for this one, I'm not gonna use elastic. I want to use a rope in order for me to draw it and control it to the anyhow I want it when I will be wearing it. Okay. So now this is the sleeve. Okay. I will hem the sleeve, and the downside of this dress I will gather it. As you can see now, I'm gathering the downside of it, which is the under bust. After gathering it, I will measure it to check if it is up to my waist or under bust measurement. Okay, so now I'm done placing it. I'm placing it on the upper side and the downside. Okay. After placing it, I sew it and get the body measurements. Okay, so now I'm done sewing it. After marking out the body measurement, I sew the downside of this dress. Then it is time to join the both side, both the upper side and the downside together. Can you see it? I will join this one and I will turn it and I will get the other one. Remember, what is there is both the front and back. Remember, I have joined the shoulder before, so now it's the front and the back. So I'm because I'm sewing the lining and the fabric separate. This is the lining, so I will go and sew the lining. So now I'm done sewing the lining. Okay, the next thing I will do again is to get the upper side and the downside and join them together. So before I join it together, I marked out the center of this dress from the center front, and I marked it and sew it right to the side, which is the front side of this dress. Then for the other side, I did the same thing before I joined it. Before I joined it to the back. Okay. This is the other side of it. Remember, we have joined the first one, we are joining the second one. All these are still in front. So after now, I will turn it and then join the back side of it. Okay. So now I have done joining it. It is time to fix the rope on the sleeve. This rope, you can use elastic, it's your choice. You can use elastic, you can use a rope. Like as I said earlier, I like this rope in order for me to control it the way I want. Okay. So after inserting the rope with my safety pin, I I stitch it on the fabric and I fix the other side of it because this rope is two in one shoulder. Okay, in one shoulder, I sew out the rope channel two. Okay, meaning that. Thank you for watching. Bye.